This is James Holder for IFL TV. I'm in the Pro SW gym today in Loughton. With me, I've got professional boxer Tony Conquest. What's happening, Tony?
Not much, mate. Just ticking over, waiting for a date to be confirmed. That's about it, really.
Last time we caught up with you was after your war with Waddy Camacho. Having time to look back and assess that performance, how do you rate that?
Definitely my best win to date, amateur or pro. It was a good fight as well. It was a great fight, yeah. It's just a good job now. I don't look like the Elephant Man anymore. But that was a great fight. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So hopefully there'll be a few more like that next year.
So great heart and determination for that fight to come down from two very brutal KO. Well, looked like they were going to be KOs, to be honest. Tone to get yourself back up off the canvas and put in the performance you did is credit to yourself, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I trained hard for it. I was in shape. I was fit. I had a really good warm up before I went out there. So if you warm up properly and you get caught with a big hard shot, you can get over it. And if you're fit as well, you can pull yourself back. But yeah, I just knew I had to grit my teeth and get through it. But I felt myself taking over round after round. After about, well, from the third round onwards, really, I was really comfortable and sort of enjoying it as I went along. So it was good.
You've been unlucky in your career with injuries and whatnot. So how good does it feel just to get that win and now look forward to getting on some kind of run time?
Do you know what? Getting a win like that's terrific. Because obviously, when I was on the sidelines with injuries, Waddy had got some good wins. He won the prize fight. There were some good domestic names in there as well. Obviously, Neil Dawson was in there, who I lost to as well. And for Waddy to come out on top of the whole competition and then to beat Waddy, yeah, it was a great win. Made me feel terrific. So it's brought my career back to life, really.
It's funny how things panned out because initially you was billed to be in the prize fighter, and maybe if you took that, maybe that wouldn't have worked out to get the fight with Waddy to now where you are. You know, so it's a funny old game sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very unpredictable game, isn't it? The theatre of the unexpected, I think some people call it. Yeah. But yeah, it was just strange how my career's panned out so far. Because obviously with the injuries as well, things weren't looking very good, and obviously not just for myself, for the whole Noble Art team, and my trainer Jason Rowland, who puts in so much time and effort, and my manager Richard Clark. They give up all their spare time and everything. And there's not like the financial rewards in it that you'd expect. So I'm just glad that they've stuck with me, and it was light at the end of the tunnel, and now we're finally getting somewhere again.
Does it feel like that now, though? That you've come to that point?
It does, yeah. It feels like. Yeah, like there's something good in the pipeline coming forward. You know, like obviously I've got myself back up to the British title level. I think on BoxRec I'm number 3 now as well. So fingers crossed. You know, as long as the promoters and that sort out some good fights, I'm going to be in some brilliant domestic fights. And hopefully this time next year I'll have my Lonsdale belt. I'll have defended it a couple of times and maybe even have kept it by then.
John Lewis Dickinson, British champion at the moment. You've got him versus your man Neil Dawson coming up again. How do you see that one panning out, and would you have a keen eye on maybe taking on the winner of that fight?
Oh, most definitely. I'd like to mix with any of the domestic cruiserweights. It's not being big-headed. I want to fight the best fighters. That's what fighters do. But that fight for me is a very 50-50 fight because John Lewis Dickinson's a better boxer, but obviously Dawson's a puncher. But the thing is with John Lewis Dickinson, he's got a lot of heart and he wants to have a fight sometimes. So there's always that possibility that he'll have a tear-up. But if he looks what's happened to me and Chris Keane going forward and trying to have a fight with Neil Dawson, I'm sure he'll think better of it.
Do you think John Lewis Dickinson's beatable? Or do you think he can reign for a little while in the division?
It depends on who he fights, but everyone's beatable. Everyone. You get them on their day, on your day, and everyone's beatable. Everyone. I think I've got the beating of everyone domestically, so I just want to prove that.
Got the small matter of Froch versus Groves coming up. Again, massive fight. Now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that one. How do you see that one going?
Do you know what? I can't really pick a winner there because it's so unpredictable. Because George is a good puncher. George is faster. He's younger. But Froch is like he's been there, isn't he? He's boxed like the best in the world in his division. You know, like pound for pound, some of the best fighters. So I can't pick a winner out of that. I'd have to flip a coin just to get a winner out of that. But you don't know, dear, because it was like when Froch was calling out Calzaghe for years, even when he retired. All that's happening now is Groves is doing the same thing. He wants his just desserts and he wants to fight for a world title. So good luck to both of them. I just hope it's a good fight.
I think that's a really valid point, as you say. Froch did call out Calzaghe for a long time. And
didn't leave him alone, did he? Wouldn't leave him alone. Even when he retired, he was still on his case about fighting him. So, yeah, what goes around comes around, I suppose, doesn't it?
Listen, Tony, I want to thank you for giving me a bit of time tonight. It's a great pleasure. Will you be out before the end of the year, or is it what's going on?
At the moment, it doesn't look like it, but hopefully I'll be on Box Nation early in the new year with George and Francis again. And we'll go from there and just see what comes out of that.
Well, listen, again, I want to thank you for talking to IFL TV. We look forward to seeing you out, hopefully on the Box Nation in the new year. Best of luck with what you're doing, mate.
Thanks for having me.
This is James Holder with Tony Conquest for IFL TV. Thank you very much.